important when it comes to bringing a resolution to this entire standoff, to this impasse, to the stalemate, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to elections 2020. So I'm going to ask Kevin, to our operator, to see if he can get Mr. Ramjattan online there. But in the meantime, let me tell you that there can be no hearing of the injunction matter by Justice Holder. It's been altered by the court. Hello.
Hi Leonard, how are you doing?
Hi sir, how you doing? Mr. Comrade Ramjattan, leader of the AFC online, and welcome to Kaito Radio, sir. I know that you were practicing social distancing here, so we want to say all Guyana should be doing the same thing too. Sir, why we got on to you is because we have noticed a statement that it was issued by the Alliance for Change last evening, and it is interesting that this would come at a time when the country remains divided on elections 2020. We know that there's some court case today. Have you been paying attention to the court case first of all, and what does it mean? This injunction, this full court decision this morning on the interim injunctions and the hearing of the matter by Justice Holder?
Well, if the decision there, I heard it from the review station. It seems that quite clearly that there's a ruling that the court, Justice Holder, does not have jurisdiction because there is an oust clause, meaning a clause that ousts the jurisdiction of the court from hearing the matter in relation to whether this GCOM can go on to call for or its decision, a recount can be held, and so on. And so, on that score, I understand what the court has ruled. I want to say that I would like to disagree with it, because just like how I feel that the court had jurisdiction in relation to the matter of an RO declaring, and the court had jurisdiction in relation to that. That's a decision by the GCOM, and in that case there is jurisdiction. I find it, unless I get the complete decision in written form, I wouldn't be in a position to really understand the distinctions the court made. As I had already indicated in the TV program, I think that this distinction would be a distinction without a difference. That one court can have jurisdiction. So here, when a part of GCOM, namely its returning officer, can make a declaration, but another court can rule now that there is no jurisdiction to hear certain matters because of the fact that a decision was somehow made, and that decision cannot be questioned. I know of situations like the Aubrey Norton case, whereby Desiree Bernard ruled very distinctly that unless the ouster clause, meaning excluding the court, is so very specific, like in our Constitution, we should not be exempting the court from a jurisdiction. But you know, this is brilliant lawyers are arguing, and it will probably have to find its way right up to the CCJ.
So this is not the end all of it. We are going to see some legal actions here.
Well, I understand that the lawyers for Yulita Moore did ask the court for a stay of execution, but was not granted. The court ruled that they are not going to grant it. That if they want, they could go to the Court of Appeal, file an appeal, and also apply for a stay of execution there. And I think that is what I think might happen.
So a little more. So we're not likely, in your estimation, before we move on to the substantive matter that we really want to discuss. This is not over yet. We're not out of the woods, is it?
Well, hardly likely. As a matter of fact, I had indicated to you on your program at Kaito News there that the accessibility of the courts right up to the CCJ, which will bring finality to all these matters, is what I think either party will want to go, assuming the Ulita Moore team had won the decision, I am certain that Anil Nandalal would have filed an appeal to the Court of Appeal and so on. And then if you lose there, you're still going to go right up to the CCJ. And the CCJ will make a binding final decision and bring certainty to the whole process, because you have your highest court of the land, like the Supreme Court, ruling one way as against the other. It is what happens in the law all over the world. And that's how the rule of law governs states in a way, make their system work. So that is what I had indicated, that, you can't deny people accessibility to the courts, whether they're aggrieved by a decision or not, and then it ends up right up to the very highest level. So I think that is what is going to play out here. And yes, indeed, hopefully the courts are going to deal with the matter almost instantaneously, as has been happening here, because you're dealing with an election. But it is also very stressful in sense, and security-wise, I must tell you that all manner of things can happen. So it is, you just got to tell your institutions to keep the peace, to ensure that it is kept, and tell supporters and so on out there that are getting confused that actually this is what is happening. Please be calm.
So this would come at a time, because you did use the word, what you said there, winner. I'm not sure how they could be a winner in this, and I think this statement that was issued by a party, and you are the leader of the Alliance for Change, which is a smaller faction in the coalition. And
well, I will tell you this, Leonard, that when that day of violence happened in all those various regions with the PPP supporters, and they attacked policemen and all of that, the rage and the ravishing of the culture of tranquility in this country was again broken. I feel that we are back to an extraordinarily great racial divide in this country. Substantially, not all Indo-Guyanese will want to do that kind of nonsense, but there are going to be substantial supporters who are going to say, supportership, that are going to say, yes, that is the right way to go. Similarly, I know situations that people are saying that if the declarations are made to change and all of that, they will get rampant violence all across Georgetown. That's a whole set of things, the intelligence and, from my opinion, what is going to happen. And since that time, my leadership started giving consideration to the question as to how do we, in view of the fact that this massive divide has come back after 2 or 3 generations, straight back at us like that, what do we do? And then we started asking leaders to deliberate in it and so on. And since that time, we will start writing each other, talking about it. What then? Because it seems like this thing is not working under the present legal framework. We have a legal framework in which GCOM is the umpire. GCOM made declarations twice already. PPP are saying that that is not genuine. And then the court matters got involved, and now an additional court matter might be filed, and a whole lot of things have happened. How do we make the 2 major ethnicities in Guyana now feel good about the fact of an election, so that it will be something that is going to be appreciated? Nobody will want to go run the policeman with a cutlass and chop him up and things like that. And we do not have the answers, as of notwithstanding having my leadership go through a process of deliberation. And then we said, well, it is in our interest that we utilize this period of time for purpose of doing some constitutional electoral reform. That might be a solution. At least start proposing that. Now, we don't know if other brilliant people can come up with brilliant solutions and so on. The difficulty will always be, how do you ramp it off, come off the ramp as it were? Because the PPP believes that they won the elections, APNU FC believes that they won the elections, GCOM has called the elections in favor of APNU FC, and a number of disputes have thereafter occurred. What do you do now to take off from that or depart from that? And that is the difficulty. So we had to make some suggestions, and we indicated, we went back to history and thought about what the more or less senior leaders of that time would have said. Shedi Jagan said national unity. Rodney would have said the same thing, and a whole host of things, so that you set up some electoral constitutional reforms that can have something to start with, whereby everybody will say, oh, all right, this is how we feel satisfied. Constitutional devices are very hard to come by because, of course, you will have to get certain constitutional requirements in place, namely the committee, then consultation processes, then also the requirement, if it is a majority of parliament or a two-thirds majority, and then what is called after the elections, whereby you got to go and have a simple majority in a plebiscite. This suggestion is seen for what it is worth. A lot of people are saying that Ramjattan now is opportunistic. Why didn't he say that? And so on before. Now, avoiding potential in this country and knowing that it's going to further deepen the divide and the potential for all of that is why the suggestion came. And so it is not opportunistic. We have seen that this thing has come very often during the course of this time, especially in the context of trying to avoid and evade that kind of what we can see. It was in a very minor way on that day when it happened after there was an invasion of the GCOM office and so on, when the first declaration was made. But this thing can get really out of hand. And that is what I'm saying. And that is what the entire leadership of the relationship is saying. So we're not being opportunistic. We want to get a bridge to lead us to somewhere. And that is why we indicated that a national unity kind of arrangement can be the start for a certain period of time with certain conditions and so on. And then based on that, you then will go through an election. Depending on results, everybody can then do what is called shared governance sort of arrangement. So nobody will feel left out.
Before I come to that actual statement, sir, I know I want to ask you this because I know that you're a leader within a very important faction of the coalition. How do you believe the people of Guyana are viewing our political leaders at this moment, especially with COVID-19 situation that we have?
No. Political leaders in Guyana have always been looked at, if it is your supporters, with tremendous respect. If they're not your supporters, boss, you're disdained, you're denigrated, you're called